Earlier I was rambling on about this AI stuff. I was saying like capital A, capital I, artificial intelligence. But I was also making a connection that sometimes things can be other acronyms. Because, in this matrix, everything has a code and you just got to crack it. Sometimes you get the intuition or a download that allows you to know what you peeping, what you seeing, and what you connecting and making the dots to. But I also was saying AI, as in look on the back of the pyramid or the dollar, and you see that disconnected eyeball that's connected to the pyramid. Yeah, that part. And I was connecting the capital A, the capital I, with AI, as in EYE. AI, like there's AI in the sky. And I was also connecting that AI, as in the eye in the sky, with the hive mind. I was also saying, like, on our phones, mainly you ones who use them iPhones, y'all got this thing called a cloud where y'all save all y'all information. That I was making a connection to how when you being really conscious and your frequency, your vibration, and your conscious energy is shooting high through the sky, it's like a white portal actually opens up above your head, sort of like how them UFOs look when they be beaming something up. That actually looks like that to these entities out here that can see us, that have us locked down in this energy prison. Or if you're happy and you're eating healthy and things like that, like a rainbow auric field comes out of your body as well, and they can also see those as well and detect those. Helicopters come by, and helicopters are named chopper because they can fly by and chop that stuff up. So anyway, whenever your consciousness connects to those clouds go to another location, and after it absorbs all of that consciousness that you gave it, the clouds that are connected to the hive mind or the hive chatter, because this is a simulation and this is the matrix, and the draconians and all they little flunkies and stuff help build this place and trap us in here. It goes to another location, and then like the NPCs, even though they supposed to be on a program, they can be programmed by other programs, especially if the program's coming from the matrix or the high mind. So you can throw anything into the high mind and change the NPCs around. And I was also saying, like, Hitler was hip to all that, but Hitler wanted complete loyalty, so he got rid of the old programs to try to create some new ones. Draconians ain't like that, so they had to stomp him out and put his fire out. Even though everybody say he went over to South America and whatnot and tried another cloning program. And they were showing the inside of that on a movie called The Boys of Brazil. But anyway, that AI, it also works with the technology demons. Man, I'm not professing to say that I know all this different stuff. I just make these connections because I'll be having these downloads, man. It just is what it is. So anyway, algorithms, smart dust, whatever. Technology demons is just these things that come equipped with all our technology. So it can disrupts our technology whenever, like, the matrix feels unsavory about your actions, your moves, your level of consciousness, and different things like that. So it can give you an inconvenience. And everything is designed to give you an inconvenience anyway, whether you give off unsavory energy to the matrix. It's going to do that shit anyway because it needs loose. That's the whole point. That's why we here in this energy prison. So we can produce loose. I was also talking about the psyops and stuff. Like, everything in your daily living is a psyop in some way, form, or fashion. When you was going to school coming up, they was trying to make you feel ashamed for not having the latest fashion or being into the vanity or even the different hairstyles and whatnot. You get to high school, you ain't got a car, you ain't got a certain type of female. All these different things is to keep you in line with the matrix and follow the status quo so you can chase it and give it more energy. It's a loose grab at the end of the day, essentially. And then your parents was probably pressuring you if you had them in your life, or maybe you just had your mom or just your dad. Either way it go, that was a psyop. They was trying to press you to keep on going, following the ABCs or the status quos of life. Now, if they had been, a little bit more intelligent and more in tune with reality, they would have noticed like to not even have no kids to begin with, or they would have taught you that it's best to find out who you are and what works for you in this reality, instead of pushing you into one just because they know it's successful in their mind. But 9 times out of 10, if you end up down here with a soul, a lot of the things that the NPCs can get away with, you won't be able to do. They can go to college, barely finish the college, and get recruited by a company. You can go to college, finish it, end up with the debt, still won't get hired. Gotta go back, get some more school, still won't get hired. See how stupid that is? It's doing that to you because you got a soul, yo. That sucks, but that's just the reality of it. And a lot of other things that you would like to do, you just have to find alternative routes to survive in this place because of these reasons. Because the Matrix only looks out for the NPCs and the organic portals and whatnot, because they do their job or their programming to keep the rest of us in line and going through narcissistic abuse and whatever else, gang stalking you want to call it and whatnot, and all that shit there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't think too deeply about it unless you just don't understand or know, not familiar with any of this. I was also saying, like, keep your distance, once you discover that this reality is all rigged, meaning like the Matrix itself is rigged, instead of pointing out everything like the police is rigged because they operate in corruption, the school system is rigged because it teaches indoctrination, going to a mechanic to get your vehicle fixed, that's a rigged situation right there, because they create the cars in a way where you can't really work on them yourself, so you gotta take them to a mechanic so they can do certain things like program them that you don't have the ability to do, that you would probably have to get like a code or a key or a program to allow you to be able to do certain shit. That's why you shouldn't like get certain cars, like certain high-end brands, because you might gotta program your battery and you don't have the access to do it. Everything is here to like take advantage of you in one way or another, because it's here to extract some energy, a loose grab, essentially. When you see riots out in the street, when you see people protesting, loose grabs. When police pull you over and mess with you for no goddamn reason, loose grab. When you was inside of school and the kids was messing with you and the teacher didn't say nothing to the other child but said something to you instead, and then you the one got in trouble, loose grab. Even though the teacher seen that they was at fault, but they conspired against you. Same thing on the job. Somebody can be lazy as shit, not doing their job right, but they been there before you showed up. You come there doing the job right and everything they wanted, and they actually say you one of their best workers, and they compare you to the motherfucker that been there not doing their job right, saying they don't hardly do their job, but they don't have no intention to fire them. But yet, everybody conspire against you, including the people that said you was doing your job good, like the supervisors and managers and shit. Loose grab. That's why they call it manager, because they're here to aid you, man. Man ager. They're here to aid you, age the man. And by doing that, they have to put you in scenarios, situations, street theater, and Psyops in order to get you to get your energy up, or be in stressful situations where it makes you, extract energy or exude it. That gives it to the Matrix. So yeah, man. I want to recap on why I stopped making videos, because of like the little technology demons and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, they mess with my motherfucking technology and all that shit, so they give me like an inconvenience when they do come to like recording stuff or whatever. And not only that, they keep on deleting my channels and shit. I do talk about a wide range of topics and whatnot, but you know what I'm saying, so do a lot of people. But you know how it is when you exude a certain type of energy, or whatever it is, it could cause you to be the one they put the spotlight on. And back to that cloud metaphor I was talking about, or analogy, or whatever you want to call it. How you got the clouds on your phone. So, these people that do the tarot card stuff, a lot of them ain't genuine anyway. And they're not really using them cards to help them, gain information. If anything, they just a portal, organic portal. And they tapping into the hive mind chatter. The hive mind chatter, it exists like up in the air with the clouds, man. And they can access this stuff to be able to, promote familiar spiritism to you. Talk about things that probably happened to you last week, but you probably experienced these things with people that was around you, like NPCs, and this matrix can look through their eyes and record you, and record those events, and then upload them to the cloud, so it can have all these different scenarios and stuff to feed to the AI, the all-seeing eye, or the artificial intelligence of the all-seeing eye, the AI, as in artificial intelligence, or all-seeing eye, as in AI in the sky. Pretty soon, man, they trying to recreate that the Skynet off the movie at some point. They got these bio diseases out here like Morgellons and shit. Sometimes they call it scabies. But these is like nano diseases and stuff that came out like long ago, but they reinserted them into the population. These type of things interact with the technology and frequencies and microwaves and radiation around you and stuff. And they can use these to drive you crazy. It's very hard to expel these from your body, unless you get in a sauna, or you do chelating, like metal extraction type detoxing things. It's hard to get a grip on these. Then they also create yeast overgrowth and fungus in your body, and then it causes you to have false psoriasis and eczema. It even look like you even have pimples growing on your body, tumors, you name it, man. Your skin start to feel like paper but look like plastic, like saran wrap. Some people get the battery cable effect, where they got red and blue wires coming out their skin, but it look more like thread. I mean, the irony of it, right? You a battery in the matrix, so of course some people would get that. And essentially what they is like a tick that they bioweaponized. And then this tick connects to your DNA. And then whatever your DNA has in it that's weak, then it brings out that part of your DNA. And then it also amplifies whatever the technology around is supposed to do. So that's the 5G waves, the microwave, the air conditioners, the compression, all that different type of stuff. Another thing I wanted to say was these organic portals, man. They're not just a name. They also are portals. Like, you can be around them, and they can talk to them about things, and they can listen to you, and they can stop you from manifesting shit, or you can go around them, and they can help you amplify your manifestations by being a portal. Why? Because they connected to the part of the matrix that help open up portals, and the matrix, gives them the resources and the ability to do these things, so they can be able to have everything they need to suppress, repress, depress, oppress you. You know what I'm saying? They need to be able to have the tools to do their part to be a human prison bar in this matrix. So that's why they're successful in life, even though it comes with a cost or a price, because they have to do what they got to do because of their programming says this is what you got to do. And sometimes, every once in a while, every blue moon, they go off of the task, and then they try to wake up like Pinocchio and be a real boy or a girl, And when they do, they get punished just like the rest of us who have a soul. So, no one's bigger than the program, as they say. But yeah, keep your distance from people after you realize the matrix is rigged and everything created in the matrix is rigged because the matrix is rigged. You start to learn that when you conversate with people, you want to keep your conversations to a minimum as far as how in depth they go, because if you go too deep, You realize people just listen to respond and not to comprehend, which is just the saying that they use in these days that's floating around now. They don't really speak to you in order to, gain brotherhood or sisterhood between you, to get along. It's more or less like a tug of war to see what they can get out of you, because somebody has to be the empath and the other person has to be the narcissist, and that's how it works. It's an energy exchange. Just like when you look at a battery, you get you a AA, put it in the air, and you look at it, you see a positive sign on one end and a negative side on the other end. And that's how the binary code of this motherfucking simulation work in this matrix. You got ones and zeros. Somebody got to be a one, somebody got to be a zero, and that plays into the duality of this whole thing. See how I did that there? And that's how this thing works out, man. So, yeah. And the main top reason why I stopped making videos and shit, man, because you just start looping, man. Or you just talk about the same thing and you try to repackage it and reformat it and give it back out. A lot of people really bots on here. You're not really helping the people that you intend to help. Another thing is people just listening to you for information. They're not really, entertainment. My bad, entertainment. They're not really listening to you for information so they can, gain their own seeking of knowledge and wake themselves up so they can be able to help others. So it can be like a chain, because you know how a chain is. Every time you add a link, it get bigger and it becomes stronger and it becomes unified and you're able to pass this thing around. Nah, they just come on there to listen to stuff and soak it up, and then, it's like the episode of Maury or whatever, just some weak shit, man. So, between getting your page is always deleted. What, I had 7 pages, I think. I lost count. And, they get deleted so much, your whole entire account, and they don't really do that to everybody else. They're trying to say, something about you in particular. This matrix is almost trying to say you the one or you Neo or whatnot. I'm just saying. And everybody claiming they had chosen one, but they don't go through these different things. And a lot of things that I experienced, man. I experienced seeing these portals open up. I experienced spiritual things. I experienced seeing shape-shifting events and anomalies and all these different things. I've seen aliens that they call the Greys and whatnot and all that. So when you having these conversations with these people that seem like they speaking like you, if they never actually experienced all this stuff, they never had to sleep under a bridge, in a car, outside in the woods, in the camp, different things like that, shit. Sometimes you gotta get drunk when you fucked up out here and go sleep on a goddamn bench somewhere just so you can make it through the night, because it's gonna be freezing in that bench hard. People don't know nothing about that. Some people do. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when, you really is what they call the chosen one. You're not chosen out of everybody, but you a part of that thing that they're saying now that I don't really like, but it is what it is. You go through blackballing, you can't get jobs. Even though they hiring, they just not hiring you. They want you to affect your finances. And then, the AI looks at you from the sky and through these people that's NPCs and organic portals, and they watch you survive, walking around in the motherfucking cities and shit, looking like a mouse trying to get to the cheese. And then they record all your moves and the ideas you come up with. And then if you disappear for too long, they know you found somewhere to go, like maybe up in the woods or somewhere like an abandoned house to squat. And eventually they send the law enforcement your way to bother you or ruffle you up, so then you can be able to get irritated and have another inconvenience. The technology demons, they mess with your technology so it don't serve you. So when you gotta put in a job application, reach out to somebody, network with people, hell, you probably got your money saved on an account and you look at it online, your internet start to fuck up, you can't call people at the right time, maybe you gotta get on the bus, and then when you try to use the bus pass, the internet don't pull up. See, all these things is designed to give you an inconvenience and stress you out, so you giving up energy, which is a loose grab. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when you having these conversations with these unexperienced people, then y'all can't really vibrate on a good level with each other or have good rapport, because eventually they're gonna stab you in the back because they just don't understand. And then some people do got a lot of things that they've been through that's similar to what you've been through, and it don't register to them as experience. Or at least the experience you would think it would, that would make them a better person and more empathic, because they like the organic, they running off the organic proto NPC program. So they just go through stuff to make it look like they regular human beings that go through stuff, but they not learning or registering that they learning a lesson from it so they can become better. They still stay in the same space, mentally, spiritually, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm about to slide up off here. And shit, that's why I ain't been making videos in a while, because it's like, what's the point? You just going in a loop.